Okay, well, today we have some, depending how you look at it, either really good or really bad news when it comes to Marvel Studios' Spider Man 4 with Tom Holland. And judging by reactions online so far, most people aren't into this idea. Definitely, I think, it's cool, but it could have been, there's other things they could have done. That I think we would have heavily preferred, but it's the multiverse saga, so that's what we're doing. So we got this update yesterday that Marvel Studios Spider-Man 4 is expected to release in theaters in July 2026. It's going to start filming at some point next year, which this film has been delayed so many times. Originally it was gonna film at some point this year and release next year. That's definitely not happening now. It's coming July 2026. It's going to start shooting next year. And then this is where things get kind of sucky because then right at the end, Daniel RPK also mentions, oh yeah, the film will likely be a multiverse story. So for those of you that don't know, it's been said that all MCU projects that aren't prequels released between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars will reportedly be set in Battleworld. So, of course, Doomsday comes out in May of 2026. So then that would put Spider-Man 4 as the next MCU film after Doomsday. And then, of course, Secret Wars will be coming in 2027. So there's that. And we knew about this recently when we found out that it probably wasn't going to come out till July 2026, which, I mean, July, I think, is a good release date for a Spider-Man movie, so I'm excited about that aspect of it. But, I was still kind of hoping, they can just say it's a prequel. But it looks like they're not going to do that. So the next time we see Spider-Man in the MCU is going to be Avengers Doomsday. And this basically means that Sony won. Because, again, for those who don't know this backstory either, Marvel Studios and Sony were basically warring about what to do with Spider-Man 4. There were so many different scrap plans for this film. Marvel Studios wanted to do a grounded, street-level story with Daredevil and Kingpin, and all of us fans were really excited about that because that's really what No Way Home set up at the end is like, hey, this is going to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's going to be great. And then Sony was just like, hey, we made a lot of money bringing back Toby and Andrew. Let's do that again and do more multiverse stuff and make a bunch more money. Like the idiots that they are, greedy idiots that they are. So according to Cosmic Circus Insider, Spider-Man 4 will be a multiversal story set between the events of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So this is now two reliable scooper sources that are saying this is going to be the case. So it's looking pretty darn likely. And it says here that the plot with Daredevil and Kingpin will be scrapped until further notice. So let's first talk about that because I've made multiple videos about this in the past year or two. And this is something that got all of us really excited because just a Spider-Man and Daredevil team up in general, but Spider-Man versus Kingpin would be so awesome, especially what they're doing in the MCU with Kingpin right now after Echo and going into Daredevil Born Again, him running from Mayor. There were rumors that Spider-Man 4 was kind of going to be like an adaptation of Devil's Reign, which would have still been kind of a big crossover event, but hey, at least it would have been more grounded and more street level. And instead of having a bunch of different Spider-Man, would have had like Daredevil and Hawkeye and characters like that. Now the thing that really pisses me off the most about this is okay, yes, I get it. We're in the multiverse saga right now, and especially when you're gonna have Battleworld, this is a really prime opportunity to do a kind of live action Spider-Verse movie, bring everything together from the Sony Universe films. It's a great opportunity to do that, and I understand why they don't want to pass that up. But the thing that really pisses me off the most, though, is that if they didn't waste all this time trying to figure out what to do with Spider-Man 4, we could have gotten both of these. We could have gotten Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man No Way Home came out in 2021. It's going to be 2026, 5 years later, when we get Spider-Man 4. We could have gotten Spider-Man 4, either this year or the year before, and it could have been that Daredevil Kingpin plot, or at least a version of that, some sort of grounded Spider-Man story, and then we get Multiverse, Spider-Verse, whatever you want to call it. But instead they wasted the time, and now we're just getting this. At least for now. Now that my kind of ranting and complaining is over, let's talk about, let's look on the bright side. Multiversal Spider-Man film being Spider-Man 4, Spider-Man on Battle World. What could be the benefits of this, and what type of story we're going to get? So, first of all, the most obvious thing is, like, we know Sony's been trying for years and years to cross over their Sony Marvel characters, the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters, the spunk, if you will, with the MCU and with Tom Holland. We saw that it's so stupidly done with the post-credit scene of Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and then the post-credit scene of No Way Home, that Venom was in the MCU for one scene, that was it, and then whatever the Vulture thing in Morbius was, but yeah, so this could finally be an opportunity without having to hop through different universes and stuff. They can all just be in one world where you have Tom Holland's Spider-Man facing off against Tom Hardy's Venom. Possibly Jared Leto's Morbius if he ever wants to return to that role. We also get Kraven the Hunter, Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's honestly the one that I want to see the most. But, if we could have just set that movie in the MCU or just done Kraven in a Spider-Man movie, this whole thing could have been avoided. But hey, Kraven versus Spider-Man, that could be cool. It just sucks that, okay, looking at it from a perspective of like, okay, this is going to be cool, seeing Tom Holland Spider-Man fight Tom Hardy's Venom and Aaron Taylor Johnson's Kraven and stuff like that, that's going to be cool. But at the same time, it's not going to be super impactful because it'll just be like one fight scene. It's not like you get a Spider-Man versus Kraven movie or a Spider-Man versus Venom movie. That's just not going to happen at this point. And they'll probably want to do another multiversal Sinister Six type thing, bring in Michael Keaton's Vulture and Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, and then we got Rhino coming in Kraven the Hunter and Morbius and Kraven and all that stuff. They're probably going to want to do that. But then on the heroes side of things, we can bring in all the Madam Web characters, which with this news, I guess I should finally watch Madam Web. Good luck to me, guys. Wish me luck. We'll see if I make it out alive. But, I mean, yeah, you could bring in Dakota Johnson as Madam Web again if she would return to the role, which I highly doubt it after how she was promoting that film. Bring in Sydney Sweeney as, Spider-Girl and all that stuff. That's honestly another thing that really annoys me now about not getting this street-level Spider-Man is because originally, at least there was rumors that they were going to cast Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat. I so want to see Black Cat done in live action, done properly, and Sydney Sweeney is perfect casting. But whatever, yeah. So they could bring in these spider characters. We also will most likely have our live action Spider-Man Noir series with Nicolas Cage out by this point. So you could bring in him, which I think would be pretty cool. And then probably most importantly is we can finally get a live-action Miles Morales. Obviously he's really sprung into popularity with the Spider-Verse films, with the PlayStation games, and so to bring him in here, this could possibly be, we know they have plans for this character in live action, we just don't know what it is. It's been said for a while they're developing a live-action Miles Morales movie. Maybe this is how they introduce him, instead of it being like he's a supporting character in the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, have him actually be from a different universe, and do that. That I could be seeing done here, and I think that would be one of the benefits of doing a story like this. And then, of course, again, Sony's big idea, bring in Toby and Andrew, which, look, if they bring them back, I'm going to be excited, and I'm going to be happy about it. But, it's just very much a major cash grab. And there's cool possibilities with this. Specifically getting to see Andrew Garfield come back and maybe fight Tom Hardy's Venom. That would be really cool. He always said he wanted to fight an alien. You could finally get to see that. You could see him with the black suit. You could maybe even bring in Emma Stone as a Spider-Gwen variant. There's a lot that could be done here. And just think about the possibilities are endless. It is the multiverse. It would be Battle World. This could be really, really cool. Give us a live-action Spider-Ham for all I care. That would be awesome. Maybe even a live-action Spider-Man 2099 with Oscar Isaac playing the character. That would be great. I think that would be really cool. Again, like I said, there's this this could be awesome. This could be really cool. But the problem with it is this is not what we wanted. Will it come out and will we watch it and will we most likely love it? Yes, but it's most likely going to be just a bunch of fan service. Which again, it'll be cool. It'll be awesome. We'll be screaming and crying in the theater, but from a story perspective, it's going to feel so like such a wasted opportunity and very much again like a cash grab. Like Sony just wants money, so they're just going to throw all this at us. And I mean, yeah, it'll probably make over $1 billion for sure, but it just feels like a missed opportunity when we could have gotten back to what most of us fans truly want from a good Spider-Man movie. Specifically, to finally get from Tom Holland's Spider-Man is a nice, grounded, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Him maybe eventually getting the black suit, but not right away. You know, build that up over this college trilogy. Literally that. See him in college. That's what I really want to see. Have him do his story with Black Cat. Bring back Matt Gargan, Scorpion. Bring back Shocker and Michael Keaton's Vulture and actually do an in-universe Sinister Six from the same Earth as Tom Holland's Spider-Man. What an idea that is. Crazy. And I mean, like, the whole, like, Daredevil and Kingpin thing was just icing on top. But I guess we're not getting that. At least not for now. I mean, maybe they'll wait and do that for Spider-Man 5. It's possible. I mean, sure, that gives them more time to build up Kingpin and do all that. Get Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Okay, sure. But it just feels like such a hard pivot when we were hearing all these details about this original plan that Marvel Studios had for Spider-Man 4, and then to just do such a 180 into just what we were afraid they were going to do, you know, the despotism, as a lot of people are saying, with the choice to bring back Robert Downey Jr., not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom. It's desperate, and that kind of seems like what Sony is doing here as well. But, you know, looking at how their non-MCU films have done, I don't blame them. But I just kind of wish they would leave things alone and let Marvel Studios do their thing for once. But yeah, whatever. Again, let's look on the bright side, or at least try to. Like, this could be really cool. You know, Toby, Andrew, and Tom fighting Tom Hardy's Venom and Aaron Taylor Johnson's Kraven and all this stuff. It could be cool. It's going to be fun. It's the Multiverse saga, so I guess this is the time to do it. But most of us are kind of tired of the multiverse, so we'll see if they can do it well. Because that's the thing about No Way Home is, like, yes, the multiverse stuff was kind of forced in there. I know that wasn't the original plan for the third film in that trilogy, but it worked. It worked out really well from a story perspective, for a character perspective with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. If they can do that again and it's justified story-wise and character-wise, maybe it'll be worth it. But anyways, guys, that's enough talking for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about, again, these are just rumors, but the fact that we have multiple sources coming at us with this information, it seems at this point fairly likely that this will be the case, and this is the direction that Sony and Marvel Studios are going to end up going in for Spider-Man 4. So, thanks so much for watching. Please drop if you've enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.